Let's take a quick look at the origins of some of these intergenerational conflicts. 2/3 of employees across generations find it hard to work with other age groups. Now, let's address the elephant in the room and let's look at why. When I asked talent and employees across organizations what they think is the biggest challenge they're experiencing when working with baby boomers, the main answers are hierarchical, they are too stubborn, they're resistant to change, and they lack empathy. When I ask them what the challenge is working with Gen X, my generation, they say that we're too demanding, we're too individualistic, we think we know it all, and we're too distrustful and don't really connect on a deeper level. And when it comes to millennial, the challenge the workforce is experiencing with them is that they are unreliable, they're seen as being detached from work, overconfident, and have this feeling of being entitled. And Gen Z, on the other hand, that they're inexperienced, that they are easily bored, that they lack focus, and of course that they don't know hardship, which is what every generation heard from the previous generation. So different mindsets, different communication styles, different forces that shape them, but all these generations have one thing in common. They all feel misunderstood. 1 of 2 employees in the workforce is intimidated by other generations. When I asked what challenges they face as a baby boomer or as a Gen X or as a millennial or as a Gen Z, this is what they said. Baby boomers said that every day they face challenges when it comes to overcoming old mental models, the belief of others that their ideas are out of date. They're afraid of being treated as a fixed asset, and also the fact that they don't learn as fast as the younger generations. Gen X also has a series of challenges they face every day. One of them is staying relevant. Many of them say they're approaching a new age bracket and they're worried about what implication that has, and ageism. They also say that they're challenged with lack of visibility. Being the smallest generation in the workforce, they don't get enough airtime, they don't get enough attention from the younger or the older generations. And then of course, being on the cusp, they feel that they are too old for the young generations and yet still too young for executive management. Millennials, as confident as they seem, they also have their own challenges. Getting their point across is an issue for them. Feeling sandwiched between generations now that Gen Z is actually on its way into the workforce. Balancing work and family while still building financial stability, and also dealing with institutional power. And Gen Z, finally, the new generation coming into the workforce, they're seriously worried about being underestimated. They are concerned about the perception that people have that they are spoon-fed, that they're spoiled, that they're impatient, calling them strawberries or snowflakes. They're worried about having limited opportunities. They also say that they have a big source of anxiety coming from the fact that they know the future depends on them, but they feel nobody is listening.